and welcome back to the Positively Craig YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me once again. Yeah, really great praise on the last video. Thank you very much for all your support. Remember to like, share and comment on my videos. If you are new to my channel, make sure you are subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this video today. Have fun.
Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun old-fashioned family Christmas. No, we're all in this together. This is a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're gonna press on, and we're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye. And when Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's gonna find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.
Okay, so welcome back. Right, today we're going to be talking about having preparation ready for Christmas, or having a prepping for a positive Christmas. So yes, how's that going to look this year? Now, obviously we've had 2020, it's been a very challenging year. There's been a lot of issues, especially with obviously coronavirus, COVID, lockdowns, restrictions, you can't go to people's households. So how's Christmas going to look this year, and how are we going to prepare for it, and how are we going to obviously be ready for how to have the best Christmas we possibly can. So here's some tips and ideas and some things that you might want to share with your family and friends that's going to help you for this Christmas period, obviously to get through and have a little bit of fun, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if Boris says it's okay, we all get to spend, you know, a decent time together during this Christmas period. So okay, where do we start? Now, we're currently coming to the end of November. We're almost into December. Now, if you know, a lot of people are starting Christmas a little bit early this year, getting a little bit more festive, getting those Christmas lights up that little bit earlier. You know, I've noticed quite a lot of people out there, when you're looking around on the streets, when I drive around, I see a lot of people with the Christmas decks up already. Feedback I've had has been, you know, well, we've had such a rubbish Christmas, I'm starting Christmas whenever I want, I'm going to start it early and I'm going to get right in the spirit. So you know what, why not? We've had a bit of a rubbish 2020, it's not been brilliant, we've all struggled a little bit, especially with obviously the restrictions, and you know, what have we got left to look forward to in 2020? Christmas. So, are we deciding now we're going to get out there, we're going to reach for the elusive book of dreams, start looking at what we need to do? But how is Christmas going to be different this year when it comes to shopping? Are we going to be able to get out there? Obviously on the, I think it's the 3rd of December, shops are going to be opening again, non-essential shops. Is it going to be a mass exodus? Is everyone going to be running out, buying toilet rolls, buying, you know, food, getting everything they possibly can in for Christmas, trying to rush and get, you know, try and get prepped as best as they can? But we've got to be positive about this, we've got to do it the right way. Obviously, if we all rush out there and start mingling together, you know, we're all going to be in the same boat again. Infections are going to rise, and guess what? After Christmas, we probably end up in another lockdown. But we don't want that. So, prepping for Christmas, the ideas that we think we might be able to do. So, what I would say is try and make a plan of Christmas. How are you going to sort it out? Now, a really good idea that I stumbled across was potentially do an advent calendar of preparation. Obviously we've got December coming up soon. Obviously, as you know, you've got the countdown to Christmas. Why not use the advent calendar as a bit of a guide or a prep tool? Now you can do this in many ways. You could draft your own version on a computer, you could draw a setup, or you could use, say for instance, 26 post-it notes to put on the wall, and each day you prep it out. Now, it's quite a simple thing to do. Like, for instance, the first prep, what are we going to think about? Is it going to be, right, we need to start getting those essential presents in, the ones that are going to be tough to get for Christmas, the ones that a lot of people are going to be struggling to get, like what's the kids' favourite Christmas present? Is it Nintendo Switches? Is it, you know, the latest games? Is it the latest console, the PS4, the new Xbox? You know, there's lots of things that obviously you guys out there are going to be rushing to try and get. So that might be one of the first things on your list. Second, have you got enough things in to wrap your presents up, for instance? Now, getting your presents in, have you got your wrapping paper in? Have you got your cards in? Have you got your sellotape and your scissors and all the things that you might need to prep for? Your you know, the sacks that you're going to be filling all the kids' presents in to give to Santa, obviously for him to deliver on Christmas Day. So, you know, there's lots of things we can do. There's lots of different stages we can look at. Gift ideas. Number 3, look online, for instance. Have a look on what we can do, like in regards to shopping online and getting things delivered, because the safest way and probably the easiest way is to get online deliveries this year. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been doing that already, but if you haven't, it's probably the best way to get the sort of the items you're after as quick as possible. And obviously, with the, you know, the conditions that are out there at the moment, you know, you can't, you know, you've got contactless shopping there, so that is good. But you know, it is going to take a little bit away from the high streets. I think the high streets are going to be a little bit quieter. Online shopping is the way to go, I think, for the future. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that, you know, we do prep and obviously things go a little bit better for Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, Clark! You about ready to do some kissing, eh?
Okay, some of the steps that we can look at. For instance, Christmas jumpers. Now, nothing is more festive and nothing is more positive than having Christmas jumper day, especially if you're doing it in work, or if you want to do it, for instance, like in your family, have a specific time frame when you want to have Christmas jumpers. Now, some Christmas jumpers out there are fantastic. Some of them are awful. Why not think about maybe making your own? Something like this. Try something new. Make your own Christmas jumper. If not, buy some Christmas jumpers, because there is some amazing Christmas jumpers out there. I know I've seen a few that I would absolutely love. Like, for instance, this one is amazing. I adore, absolutely adore, anything to do with Star Wars or anything to do with like the Mandalorian. But I've seen some amazing ones out there, even some obscure ones, some strange ones like this. But you know what? We've really got to get into the Christmas spirit, and nothing, I think, is more positive than seeing a funny Christmas jumper, especially, you know, when you're walking around, that makes you smile, that makes you feel festive. And that's the things that, you know, we've all got to get behind this year and really get involved with, because 2020 has been a bit of a washout. So let's make the most of it with the best Christmas we can possibly give. So let's think of some other things that we possibly could maybe link into and get obviously more positive about. Now, one of my favourite passions, as you can probably tell by my slender frame, is food. Yes, food. Christmas dinner. Oh, who doesn't love a good Christmas dinner? Just think of those roasties. Oh, just think of that turkey. Oh yes, all the stuffing, my body weight in stuffing. Oh, I cannot wait for Christmas dinner. I do love a Christmas dinner. Now, have you obviously started prepping for food shopping? You know, you've got to think about, you know, have you got the storage space to store all your shopping? Are you lucky enough that you may have like something like a chest freezer that you may be able to store all your Christmas food in, prepped ready for Christmas? If not, when's the right time to go out there and do your Christmas shopping? When to buy your turkey? When to buy your turkey crown if it's only a small family, or only a couple of you, you know, and get yourself in there, because we are gonna go running out probably towards Christmas for all this food things. People are going to be panic buying when we open again. So maybe that's one of the things that you want to put in your little advent calendar of ideas, and try and sort of build upon that and make things a little bit easier running up to Christmas. Okay, let's talk about Christmas decorations. Now, have you got your Christmas decorations up? Are you planning to put your Christmas decorations up? Are you one of these people who had it up probably from the beginning of November? Or are you going to plan to do it from the start of December, or traditionally, obviously the way that we normally do it? Now, again, talking about positivity, one of the things that brings joy to a lot of people's hearts is coming in and seeing those decorations. You know, there's a warm open fire, or you know, you got the heating on, your house is nice and warm, you've got your pajamas on, you've got your dressing gown on, you know, you're all snuggled up under a blanket, you know, the Christmas lights are on, all the other lights are out. There's nothing more festive, nothing more positive than the feeling you get from seeing those Christmas decorations and coming home and seeing obviously the front of your house lit up if you've got them outdoors or in your windows, or especially coming in and obviously the Christmas spirit is, you know, living within your house with all your decorations, your tree, you know, maybe putting presents under the tree already, you know, getting prepped ready for Christmas. You'll get the Christmas crackers, or even if you've got something special, like for instance, if you, like, are you going to sort of go a little bit different this year? You're going to try and maybe make some decorations. Are you going to try and make something like homemade decorations, homemade wreaths, homemade baubles for the trees, homemade things? Why not have a little go at making something a little bit special this year? Instead of just buying something from the shop, try making something yourself. Use that positive energy to maybe make something that you could use for Christmas, that you can take pride in. When someone comes to your house and goes, wow, where did you get that? That's amazing. And you can say, I made that. I made that. That is my decoration for Christmas. That was all me, and I used my positive energy to create that, and that gives me even more pleasure during Christmas and gives me a better self of well-being, especially when it comes to how I want to feel running up to Christmas, and obviously the dread of it. Because I know one of the things that can fill a lot of people with dread is running up to Christmas is the financial implications. Now, this is something you do also have to think about. How does it affect you? Does the stress of Christmas and the cost of Christmas weigh heavy on your mind? Does it worry you? Do you think, have I got enough Christmas presents in for the kids? How am I going to afford Christmas? What am I going to do? Because obviously a lot of people are going to be on furloughed money, obviously on the next paycheck. So obviously you won't be getting a full wage. So where do we stand with that? And how is that going to impact us at Christmas? So these are things you've got to plan into. Another thing to put on your advent calendar of ideas is prepping for a financially safe Christmas. How are you going to run this Christmas the correct way, the best way you can, but also within your budget? Now, everybody wants to sort of go out there and go, you know what, it's been a rubbish year, I want to have a massive blowout this Christmas, I want to buy loads of presents, overspend on food, I want to get loads of things and make an absolutely amazing Christmas. But what you've got to remember is Christmas is a phenomenal day. It is amazing. The build up to Christmas, Christmas morning, when the kids are opening the presents, everyone's opening the presents, you get that gift that you weren't expecting. That is fantastic. But what you've also got to remember is what happens after Christmas. If you overspend, if you go crazy at Christmas, January, those bills come in. If you got credit cards, your credit card bill will come in, your loans come in. All of a sudden, you're struggling after Christmas. So maybe give a thought to budgeting a little bit better. Plan your Christmas, set budgets for what you want, for instance, what you're going to spend on each child or each family member or each friend. But also maybe have a talk with some of your friends and say, listen, this Christmas, let's skip presents. Let's maybe go out for a drink after Christmas instead. Once obviously Christmas is all over, have a little bit of a, maybe go out for a meal and a drink instead of buying presents. Because if you cut down on some of the presents, the unnecessary presents that you don't need to buy, you may save some money, might make Christmas a little bit easier for you, and obviously a little bit more manageable. So yeah, there's a lot of ideas there to think about, but I definitely think financial implications and clever spending is the way to go. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video today. Hope you've enjoyed some of my tips for Christmas, and I hope you're prepping for a positive Christmas yourself. I know I am, and this is really important that we do get involved in this, really get behind it, because we've all got to make that big decision what we're going to do about Christmas, and making it as best as we can without the ramifications of after Christmas if we don't do it the right way. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. It's a pleasure doing these videos. Please leave any comments, any likes, and if you've got any fantastic dodgy Christmas jumpers, please send little comments to me, or even send the images to me. I'd love to see some of your cringeworthy or some of your amazing Christmas jumpers. I would absolutely love to see them. You know, you can send them to my Instagram channel, or my Facebook channel, my Twitter channel. You know, please send them over to me. I'd love to see some of your really dodgy Christmas jumpers, and obviously how you're prepping for Christmas. If you've got some good tips, leave it on the comments, because you never know. Some of these people out there might take some of your tips and go, wow, I love that. I'm going to do that myself this Christmas, and maybe help somebody else. So thank you very much for watching, and as always, I've been Positively Craig. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.